heat pumps slash carbon emissions and drastically reduce energy costs. But what are they? A heat pump extracts heat from outside, concentrates it, using an electric compressor, to raise the temperature and to pump the heat where it is needed. Huh? Don't worry, you probably already use heat pumps in your house. They come in the form of refrigerators and reverse cycle air conditioners. Let's take your fridge for example, which is a small heat pump. Inside the fridge is a cold panel called an evaporator. It absorbs heat from the warm food and other sources because heat flows naturally from a warmer object to a colder object. The electric motor under the fridge drives a compressor that concentrates the heat to a higher temperature, which it dumps into your kitchen. The sides and back of a typical fridge tend to get warm when this happens, so your fridge cools the food whilst heating the kitchen a little bit.
How much can you save on your energy bill using a heat pump?
Well, relative to an electric fan heater or traditional electric hot water service, Alan Pearce estimates a heat pump can save you 60 to 85% on your energy costs. Who's Alan Pearce? Alan Pearce is one of Australia's leading energy efficient experts. He's worked in sustainable energy and environment fields since the 1970s and has been an expert advisor to federal, state and local governments across Australia. You actually might have seen him on the telly. He's been on The New Inventors, Difference of Opinion and Four Corners. Get back to the heat pumps. Okay, sorry. A heat pump costs around half as much for heating as gas. If, instead of exporting your excess rooftop solar output, you use it to run a heat pump, Pearce calculates it'll be up to 90% cheaper than gas.
Are they good for the environment?
Pearce calculates a typical heat pump using average Australian electricity from the grid will cut emissions about a quarter relative to gas, and 3/4 relative to an electric fan or panel heater. These emissions can be reduced even further if a heat pump is replacing inefficient gas heating or runs mainly on solar. Can they work in cold weather? Well, your fridge keeps the freezer compartment cold while pumping heat into your kitchen. The laws of physics are at play. What we experience as a cold temperature is actually quite hot. It's all relative. The main problem for a heat pump in cold weather is that ice can form on its heat exchanger, as water vapor in the air cools and condenses, then freezes. This ice blocks the airflow that normally provides the hot air to the heat pump. However, heat pumps are being designed to minimize this problem.
How do I choose the right heat pump for my home?
Well, all household units must carry an energy label, kind of like this one. The more stars, the better. Bigger heat pumps are more expensive, so unnecessary oversizing can cost a lot. If you insulate and seal drafts, you'll be able to buy a smaller, cheaper heat pump that will use less energy while still providing comfort. If you live in Victoria, Australia, you can actually claim a lot of these energy efficient products for free to the VEU program. If you'd like to learn more, get in contact with Smart User.
Don't be a loser, be a smart user.